everybody. We have always heard about how the food prices are very expensive for grocery in Nunavut, and now I'm going to be showing you the prices of some foods in Nunavut. Brilliant yellow sugar is $17.69 in Nunavut, whereas in Ontario it's only $3.49. That's crazy. Harvest thick sliced bacon is $39.39. I only eat chicken, so it doesn't really affect. But those people who eat bacon, this is very, very expensive. Hampton House buffalo chicken strips 2 kgs, $60.49. Whereas Jane's boneless bites in Ontario are $21.95. That's almost one third. Oh my goodness. The Lipton chicken noodle soup. Oh my goodness. Just the 229 grams one is $9.59 in Nunavut, whereas in Ontario it's only $3.39. The 2.5 kg frozen strawberries, I don't eat the frozen ones, I eat the fresh ones. But for those who eat the frozen ones, it's $23.39 in Nunavut, whereas in Ontario, it's $16.45. Now, let's look at something that we all use, which is the fabric softener sheets, which is very useful for the laundry. It's $40.19 in Nunavut, whereas it's $19.99 in Ontario. So that's double. And Chapman's vanilla ice cream is $26.79 in Nunavut, whereas in Ontario it's $7.74. Some people think that these prices are illegal and outrageous, and the difference in prices is widely different, making the prices in Nunavut much higher than Ontario. But other than inflation, the major factor that's affecting the country is that, rather the province, is that it's very difficult to get to. There are no roads or rail lines to go to Nunavut, and goods can only reach the communities by air. Therefore, it results in high fuel costs, which gets added to the prices of these products. So, the average cost of living in Iqaluit is $3,368 per month, whereas the average cost of living in Toronto is $3,788 per month. Now I'm going to discuss about a monthly allowance, or the yearly allowance that these people get to cover their cost. So I'm going to also discuss that. So give me 1 second. I'm just going to pull that up. So here are some facts about Nunavut. If you're considering working for the government of Nunavut, going to Nunavut is a very important decision that you will make. You either have a choice to go there. Maybe you're offered a job and you're deciding, should I go there or not, and you're researching some information. So if you are thinking of going, then this is something very important for you guys, I guess. So I'm just going to discuss this document briefly. I'm just trying to find what is important in this document. So I'll just give you some quick facts about Nunavut. The capital city is Iqaluit, of course, and the population is only 37,996. There are a total of 25 communities as per the document. and the commissioner is Nelly Kusugak, and the premier is the Honorable Paul Kwasa. Every community has internet cable and satellite TV from a choice of providers. Most communities have a cell phone service. Most communities are free of snow for 5 months between June and October. The taxis cost approximately $7 per person, but they may charge more for airport trips. Taxis are not like Ontario, where I live. Taxis are like small buses, so you may share a cab with several passengers. It's a great way to meet so many people, but you are going to be sharing the taxis most of the time. Online shopping is how you can buy the goods, because just as we discussed, the goods are very expensive. Most of the goods you'll find there are double or triple priced compared to Ontario. So, um, you know, as long as you have a post office box and if you have a credit card, it's ideal to purchase your goods online, as most online stores do ship to Nunavut. Some may charge extra for shipping, and some may have free shipping for purchases over a certain amount. Remember that all goods are flown in or arrive by ship in the summer during the sea lift season, they call it. And Nunavut is a unique fly in and fly out only territory. There are no roads to Nunavut or between communities. Some communities are close enough you can travel by snowmobile in the winter or by boats when conditions permit. Snowmobiles are very cool. I didn't know that you could travel by the snowmobiles in between communities. That's really, really cool. There are some alcohol restrictions on importing and consuming alcohol in certain communities in Nunavut. That applies to those that do drink alcohol. So there are detailed rules about that. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritties of that. I'm just going to talk about some facts about the government of Nunavut. So the reason why most people choose to go there is because they're offered a government job. That could be the reason, because they are the largest employer in Nunavut. The regular work hours are like any other provinces, between 8:30 and 5, Monday to Friday. Pay period is bi-weekly. You're paid by check or by deposit. And some of the departments within the government include community and government services, executive and government intergovernmental affairs, economic development and transportation, education, environment, finance, justice, culture, family services and health, compensation and benefits. It varies. It could be anywhere from 50,000 and above, right? So the government of Nunavut offers a comprehensive compensation and benefits package. Now, there is something called a Nunavut Northern Allowance, and this is what I was talking about. So the GN pays a Northern Allowance to make up for the differences in the cost of living between Nunavut communities and larger designated Southern centers. The allowance is paid based on the community of employment. It varies from $15,000 to $34,000 annually. Now, there has been some updates in the rates, which I will discuss after I'm done with this document. So, subsidized housing and household allowance. If your position qualifies for GN subsidized staff housing, you will receive a housing application with your letter of offer. If you own your own home and occupy it as your principal residence, or if you pay full rental cost of a unit, you can get a monthly allowance of $400. So on top of the 15 to 34,000 annually, you also get a monthly allowance of $400. That's not bad at all. There is no such thing like that in any other provinces in Canada, not that I've heard of. So that's amazing. And Plus, you are rewarded for all the years that you work. There is a continuous service bonus. There's an annual bonus paid to all employees. As you can see in the chart beside, 3 to 5 years, 6 to 10 years, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, 21 years. Whatever you complete, the bonus varies from $1,000 to $5,000. So that's great, right? There are other benefits as well. There's annual vacation leave, holiday closure, maternity optional leave. There is a pension plan in place to safeguard your retirement income. Health and dental benefits, of course, you need that. And travel relocation expenses. This is very important. You may want to follow the link and check that out. If you're moving from one community to another, from a province to Nunavut, you may want to check that out, like what expenses are covered in that. Yeah, so I think these are the main things that I've covered. Other than that, I think Nunavut has a wide variety of outdoor activities, as you can see from the pictures, and the landscape and greenery and everything looks amazing. It's a beautiful landscape filled with waters and rivers, lowering mountains, glaciers, all that we learned about in school. And you can hike, ski, snowboard, experience the thrill of being there. And there's, like, aesthetically, its beauty is like one of the wonders in the world. It's known for aurora borealis, the northern lights, and the polar bears. It's berries, it's fresh, cold, clean water, so everything, some things like that. So I'm going to discuss some more things now. Okay, so I just found this northern allowance rates. So depending on the community, this is the annual amount. As the document said, like 15,000 is the minimum, but I see 12,000, 7,000. I'm not really sure what the document, if it aligns with the document, but these are some of the amounts on the other website that I happened to found, and then I happened to find, and I can see here it says 40,000 in one of the communities, and the lowest I saw was 5517 right here, and the highest I spotted was 40,000 over here. If you can spot anything higher, then I looked here as well, and it was the same, almost the same. I think this one is the highest at 35,000, and this one is the lowest at 3,700. So I'm not sure like what this is for, but I think this is the annual amounts. Could be. So now let's discuss some of the other rates for some of the other grocery items. So this is one interesting article about Nunavut food prices. And when I read it, I was shocked because it cost $104 for 24 bottles of water and $18 for peanut butter. So this is something that, I found very, very shocking. I didn't know this at first, how expensive food items are really in Nunavut. And by expensive, they're really, 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 really expensive. So, Nunavut, as we just read, it's known for its fresh, cold water. So here also we have one more article about the insane food prices. Okay, so